All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thursday night auction with me, Raven of RavenHawk Coins. Looks like my microphone got turned off. Good to see everybody in the room. Chapo52, Emil G2, Create Craft, Inkman78, Harley Babe, Don, James Warner, Joe Must Be, Create Craft, Silver Streak, Alan Hall, Eric A. in the Police to Bay, Jammin' Maki's here, Savvy Stacker, Wolf Tracks. How you doing tonight? Hope you guys are doing well. Brian Jensen, major fires in Minnesota. Uh-oh. Hopefully they get that under control. Shinbone 5000. A big announcement, everybody. So I got the... What's up, Sean Martin? I got the... loyalty program points all done and ready to go. I'm going to finalize some stuff, and I think for Sunday night we're going to do a small auction, and then after the auction we're going to do the first ever loyalty point redemption night, and worked out a system I think is fair for everybody, and I'll explain that on Sunday night when they do that as well. So let's get into the early bird giveaway. We have an ounce of copper. We got a 1944 Filipino coin. We got a 10th ounce of silver, a 50-cent silver Canadian half dollar, a shilling, or a 65 special mint set. That's your choices. J-Dog with a $5 super chat says, "You better call somebody, brother." Thank you, J-Dog. I appreciate that, my friend. Very kind of you. SF Kimrush, how you doing? Crafty Dragon. Harley Babe is here. Joe Must Be. Yes, you do get points for the buy it nows. That was... so this is how it always worked. When I started the buy it nows, you got $20 got you 1.5 points from auction, and $20 got you a point from the buy it nows. All right. And that's how that math worked out. It took me over 6 hours to catch up that thing. Gary Lofgren, good to see you, brother. All right, let me turn on Nightbot because I actually have to be down in Texas tonight. Got a show tomorrow and Saturday. Let's go to giveaways. We'll put this on top chat or live chat and get it started for you. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Ty McFadden, you know what's crazy about the U.S. Postal Service as of late? There was a couple months back where we sent Eric A. his stuff in October. It didn't get to him till New Year's, and it has to do with the United States Postal Service having issues. But email Miss Raven and let her know, and she can see what she can do about it. But yeah, Ty, it's pretty crazy how they held things up, and it's actually literally caused issues for the channel over time. Michael Williams just subscribed. Welcome to the nest, Michael. But yeah, it took months for him to get his box, which was pretty messed up. Yeah, USPS poop. What's up, Mud SWAT 949 Designs? How you doing, my friend? All right, guys. I'm going to give you guys a minute to get your entries in. I'll be right back. And then we will start the auction. And like James Werner said, I might be a little bit quicker on some of the coin-to-coin action. so that I can get on the road, but I don't like missing out nights with you guys because I love the nest. All right, I'll be right back. Good luck, everybody. All right. Drink here. All right, everybody, it's that time to see who the lucky winner is going to be in 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Steve LaPointe, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. L.A. Point. Yeah. Steve LaPointe, you're the winner. Which item would you like? Do you want the shilling, the $50 from Canada, the 10th ounce silver, the 44 Filipino coin, the 65 mint set, or the ounce of copper? What's up, Miss Coin Crew? Good to see you. Shadrack 777 in the nest. But Steve LaPointe, it's rigged. Let's see what he wants. Michael LaFew, how you doing, brother? Fleabag, good to see you. Visterion. For those of you that are wanting a, he wants the 65 mint set. You got it. Other bot. Did I forget the other bot again? Gosh dang it. I always forget that thing. Turn that on. All right. Let's get back to here. All right, so let me put Steve's name on here, and we'll get into the action. All right. All this other stuff, including the 1 ounce silver, is going to go into the Industream Extreme box. And we will start into the auction. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little slow tonight. Got to close a couple of these things out. So, Miss Coin Crew, you guys aren't going to the Tulsa show this year? Sean Martin, we do have 13 Franklin halves. They're BU Franklins, 63. They are $18 a piece, my friend. No limit. All right, first item up for grabs, 1954S. PCGS slabbed and certified at an MS65. Sean Martin would like a buy it now. Let me put Sean in here. All right, so Sean Martin has one. Thank you, Sean. Roy Boy wants 2. All right, so we'll get a Roy Boy for 2. And then Eric A and Sergeant T, so Roy Boy Roy Boy, Eric A wants 2. What's up, John Jacobs? Eric A for 2. And then Sergeant T would like 1. But yeah, so Miss Coin Crew, did you say you're not going to Tulsa? Okay, I think I have them all up to date. Let me see real quick so I can help out. So Sean, Roy Boy, Eric A, and Sergeant T. Sergeant T had 1. I think that's where we're at. Okay, on this quarter here. Oh, you are going. Okay. For some reason, I saw a second ago that said you weren't. I was like, wow, that's a surpriser. I will be there too. We're going to be up in the front. I travel with an older gentleman that's also a coin dealer, and he wants to be in a different spot than we were last year, but I'll still be at the show and be able to come around and visit people every once in a while. All right, so here we go. 1954 S Washington quarter, PCGS slabbed and certified. We're going to start the bid off at $1 to make you holler. Some reason I have 8 on the table. Guys, Richard Cornell coming in at 16. Ah, Tesla versus Tulsa. I gotcha. Richard Cornell in the lead at $16, looking for 17 like we're Mr. Bean. Going once. Richard Cornell in the lead at 16, looking for 17. Do we hear 17? Going twice. If he gets this for 16, holy cow, what a deal. Last call for Mr. Al Key Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Richard Cornell in the lead. Guys, 949 Designs coming in with the Snope. 949 in the lead. Steve LaPointe, Mr. L.A. Point at 18. I got 8 in my hand. I might have to just figure out what I'm missing. Going once. Let me look at the sheet and see. Sergeant T. Boy 2. Ah, dang it. All right, guys. Richard Cornell coming in at 20. 949 is oot in a boot. LaPointe is out going twice. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. All right, thank you, Create Craft. You rock, brother. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to Richard Cornell for 20, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we're going to do a giveaway after lot number 9 and lot number 18. And make sure you hit the like button for that. Show some love. So what I'm understanding is a lot of the videos that are going out, and especially for stuff like this, like I looked at my email and I haven't even got a notice that we're live for tonight's auction. So I'm not sure what's going on. And whatnot, you know. It's just kind of weird that way. All right, let's see. Hold on here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I'm not messing something up here. Yeah, I'm showing that there's 12. 12 that have been given out, so let's see here. James is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Who am I missing? James Warner. One go. Okay. Mysterion didn't have it. Go Bruce. Silver Trooper cover had 2. Bruce 1, 2. Sean Martin had 1. Roy Boy had 2. Gay had 2. Sergeant T had 1. I don't know. Maybe I got an extra one. That's really weird. All right. Yeah, I got James Warner. Next item up, guys. We have a 1945 MS66. I'll check again after the show real quick, or before things get mailed out. MS66. What's up, Thompson Coin and Stamp Collecting? War Nickel, NGC slabbed and certified. Worth about $32, give or take. But hey, we're going to start off at $1. Alan Hall, let me see. Aha! It was Alan Hall. No extra Benji. It was my mistake. Alan Hall was the one I'm missing. Yes, there is a slight rotation on the die. I almost did it to you again, Alan. Okay. Wow, we're at a whole $1 on a $32 coin. Okay, going once. Going twice. MS66. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. Richard Cornell coming in at 10. Richard Cornell in the lead. Gary S. at 15. James Warner coming in at 20. I thought you had it, Eric. I was like, holy cow, you're going to get this thing for a fraction of what I paid for it. Going once. James Warner in the lead at 20. Looking for 21. He's about to get the smoking deal on the night. Going twice. You guys have been beating me up lately on these the buck and goes, man. I don't know. I might have to change the system. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho, ho. James Warner in the lead at $20. All in. Fair warning. Sergeant T coming in with the Snope. James says he was eating his chicken at 22 with a Johnny T himself. Going once. Sergeant T in the lead at 22. Looking for 23. Snopage says Thompson, coin, and stamp. James Warner coming back on the attack at 25 and staying alive. Looking for 26 in the mix. Going once. Warner in the lead at 25. Looking for 26. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, 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 ho. James Warner, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to James Warner for 25. All right, he got a smoking deal there. Now I lost my... Man, I'm losing everything tonight. Congratulations to James. But that's also the reason why I do have some items that have reserves. You know, it all works out. Joe must be 24 months as a Copper Falcon, everybody. Next one up, ladies and gentlemen, 1954 Denver. NGC slabbed and certified. Franklin half. Full bell lines going on that bad boy. And we're going to start it off again at $1. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. And thanks to whoever gave out the membership. That's awesome. Guys, Thompson at 5. LaPointe at 26. Sergeant T trying to get in there. LaPointe in the lead. Miss Coin Crew. Invisible River Ranches. My mod. Not yours. Thompson at 27. Looking for 28. I'm just teasing with you. I know Invisible's in all the streams because he's invisible. Going once to Thompson at 27, ladies and gentlemen. Thompson in the lead at 27. Looking for 28 to make it great. Did we hear 28? Going twice. Gary S. in the nest coming in at 28. Thompson says, you know me and Benji's. Yep, he buys a lot of Benji's. What's up, Bill Driscoll? Going once. Gary S. in the nest at 28. Looking for 29 to make it fine. Going twice. Sean Martin coming back at 29 to make it fine. Steve LaPointe at 30, ladies and gentlemen. Steve LaPointe in the lead. Thompson, that's full bell lines, bro. You're killing me. Going once. Steve LaPointe at 30, looking for 31. Going twice. Oh, Miss Coin Crew, you know I'm teasing you. It's always good to see you. Last call from Mr. Alcohol. Sean Martin coming in at 31. Going once. Sean Martin in the lead. Going twice. Michael LeFew coming in at 33 like he's Johnny T. Going once. Going twice. 3 times for the Nesties. Sean Martin is out. All in. Fair warning. Steve LaPointe coming in at 34. Holy cow. Going once. Looking for 35. LeFew at 35. Looking for 36. Going once. Going twice. Snopage. What's up, Peter Bowes? Last call from Mr. Alcohol. All right, my friends. All in. Fair warning. Warning. LaPointe coming in with 37 and the George. Going once. Going twice. 3 times for Larry. Steve Lapointe at 37, looking for 38. Do we hear 38? All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to Steve L.A. Point. Yeah. For 37, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Lapointe. All right. Congratulations. Thank you, Steve. If anybody wants to get a Franklin half, buy it now. Is $18. They are BU. There's some sitting here right now. Matter of fact, this one is it's got some cameo to it. Eric A. 1954D MS64 full bell lines. All right. 18 isn't bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, this next one, I've got to resurrect the James Warner says he'll take 2 more, buy it now. So, James, you got the next 2 in line. You got that Frosty one and the one behind him. Steve Lapointe, brother, I just, right as you said that, I had already said it, but you know what? If you're not happy, let me see here. Yeah, I think that's, I could give you that one. All right, so Steve Lapointe's a never mind. And Metallic Silver Skull is two Benjis. Let me put Metallic Silver Skull on here. All right. He can have the one he wants. Okay. So let me find James Warner's thing here. And then I'll put one back for James Warner in there. So Steve Lapointe, there's that one he said you could have. So I'll put that in there. Eric A., were you wanting 2 more? Because that's all I have left if Steve ends up wanting this one. Okay, so Steve Lapointe's want this one. So I'm putting that in Steve Lapointe's thing. And so Eric A. wants the last 2. Let me double check real quick. Okay, so just 2. You're good. Okay, so we got 2 of them left for whoever ends up wanting it. Let's turn on the invisible scope because this next one is pretty darn cool. Okay, cool. I got you. Man, the invisible scope is acting up big time tonight. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Right there at the bottom, you can see the heck of a little cud and die crack going on. There's some doubling going on in 1883. There's die cracks all across this coin, and it's in a very, very nice condition. Yeah, you know what's weird is it works fine 1 minute and then it's messed up another minute. I'm just gonna have to get a new one. That's how it goes. All right, so this coin with the Cud and the Killer Die Cracks. We're going to start the bid off at just $1, my friends. You guys have a chance at a really cool coin. Richard Cornell wants the last 2. Okay, thank you. I'll put it in Richard Cornell's thing. Thank you, Daryl USA. All right, guys. Richard Sappington coming in at 5 says, hi, all. Joe Musby tried to get in there for $1. Sergeant T at 15. That's a heck of a coin. If somehow this goes for less than what the sheet's on there, you guys are crazy, killing me. Going once at 15 to Sergeant T. This is at least a $40 or so coin just in its condition, let alone the airs and stuff on it. Going twice. Brian Jensen at 16. Sean Martin at 20. Going once. Sergeant T at 25 with the George. What's up, Mustang Dave? That should have said going once again, but it should be going once to Sean Martin at 26. Richard Sappington at 27. So Mud Swap, my point was that the coin in the condition it is, it's still worth it. And the way you're saying it, no, not really, because you don't see them with doubling as well as die cracks and cud all on the same coin. All right, Sean Martin at 28, going once, going twice. 3 times for the Nesties. Sean Martin in the lead at 28. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is going to be sold. Guys, Sergeant T coming in at 30. Eric A was in there, but Sergeant T in the lead, going once. Going twice. Major snopage. Last call from Mr. Al. Key. Hall. Sergeant T in the lead at $30. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is going to be sold. To Sergeant T for 30. Nice pickup. Nice pickup. All right. Lot number 5. We got 83 likes on the night. Remember, we get to a hundo, we add to the end of stream to make it more extreme, ladies and gentlemen. So you want a better giveaway. That's what we do. Next item up, we have a 1943 PCGS Slab Certified MS66 Lincoln Steel Cent, ladies and gentlemen. That is a stunner. Very, very cool coin. And I do have a reserve on this one at 65. It retails for about 90. Thank you, Eric A. Invisible River Ranch in the nest. Coming in at 65. And staying alive. With the George. Going once. Invisible River Ranch in the lead at 65. Looking for 66. Going twice. For those of you who didn't hear earlier, I got the membership loyalty program up to date. The spreadsheet has all the points that everybody has up until the last auction. This Sunday night, we're going to have a really small auction. Probably like less than 10 items. And then we're going to do the first ever loyalty program giveaway night. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. We got some ideas in hand, which is pretty cool. Visible in the lead, guys. Silver Chupacabra coming in with the George at 67 and the Snopage. Invisible River Ranch at 68. There were some deals at the Norman show. Everyone was willing to haggle. That's for sure, Mustang Dave. Going once. Yeah, CM Silver. We got some cool stuff lined up. Silver Chupacabra in the lead. Going once at 70. Looking for 71. Going twice. Eric A said, I was wondering when Chupa would bid. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. Silver Chupacabra in the lead. White Settlement, Gary Lofgren. The White Settlement Coin Show. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad penny's gonna be sold to Silver Chupacabra for 70. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow and Saturday. Not sure how long on Saturday. It depends on the weather. Because if it gets too hairy, we're going to get out of there. I'm not sure if Sonny's listening or watching the show right now, but I will get out of there quicker than a heartbeat or a hiccup. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen, we got a spot filler right here. If for some of you trying to fill a nice Carson City date, we got 1878 Carson City. And in this condition, it's worth about 150 bucks, maybe more. But I got a reserve on it at 130, my friends. Rubicon 60, how you doing? Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Ooh, my neck just cracked. Wow, that hurts. Guys, Rockzilla coming in at 130 with the George. Looking for 135. No room in the RV for a full Morgan collection. Tough date says cool things. Yes, sir. Going once. Rockzilla in the lead, looking for 135. CM Silver coming in with the Snope at 135. Looking for 140. Going once. CM Silver in the lead at 135. Looking for 140. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Al Key Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric A with the Snow at 140. Looking for 145. Going once. Eric A in the lead at 140. Looking for 145. Going twice. Eric A in the lead at 140. Looking for 145 to stay alive. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. Eric A in the lead at 140, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for 145. Do we hear 145? All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad bag coin is about to be sold to Eric A for 145. Congrats to Eric. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, CM. Thank you, Rockzilla. I appreciate y'all. I'm never sure what coins to bring weekly, you know? You guys are hit and miss on what you like. All right. Next one up, 2019 South African Cougaran MS69 first release, NGC slabbed and certified. And I do have a reserve on it, but I don't know why. Okay, 140. If I made a mistake, I'm sure that Create Craft can adjust it for me. My bad. Starting bid on this bad boy is going to be $1. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Yep, you're doing great. Sometimes I make mistakes. It happens. Gary Lofgren coming in with the George. 27. Eric S. or Gary S. at 33. LaPointe trying to get in there. Sean Martin at 35. And staying alive. Sean Martin in the lead at 35. Looking for 36. Pete Clark trying to get in there, but Sean just a little bit quicker on the draw. Going once. Sean Martin in the lead at 35. Looking for 36. Do we hear 36? Going twice. If you get this for that, holy cow. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Pete Clark coming in at 36. Gary S. in the nest. Metal Dragon Braveheart coming in at 40 with the George, ladies and gentlemen. Metal Dragon Braveheart in the lead at 40, looking for 41. Going once. Metal Dragon Braveheart in the lead at 40, looking for 41. Going twice, my friends. Metal Dragon Braveheart in the lead. Once, twice, 3 times for the Nesties, a.k.a. last call. Metal Dragon Braveheart. Sean Martin coming back with the Snope at 41. Going once. Sean Martin in the lead at 41. Metal Dragon answering right back at 42 like Mr. LeFew. Going once. Metal Dragon Braveheart in the lead at 42. Looking for 43. Going twice. Metal Dragon Braveheart in the lead. It's once, it's twice, it's 3 times for the Nesties. Metal Dragon Braveheart in the lead at 43. Looking for at 42. Looking for 43. Jeff coming in at 44, ladies and gentlemen, out of nowhere with the George. Metal Dragon Braveheart says not so fast. I got 45 going once. Metal Dragon Braveheart in the lead at 45. Looking for 46. Going twice. Once, twice, 3 times for the Nesties. Metal Dragon Braveheart in the lead at 45. Looking for 46. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad Cougar Rand is going to be sold to Metal Dragon Braveheart for 45. Congratulations, brother. All right. Whew. A big shout out to Empyrean, aka Creed Creative, that did the new logo and the new banner for the channel. Got a lot of new artwork that he put out for us, and wanted to say a big thank you to him. There might be 1 or 2 people out there that you know have kind of weird feeling towards it, but here's the thing. I think when people redeem themselves and he apologized to me like a man, the way he did, I had no problem in giving him a second shot, and he's come through. What's going on, Adam Crawford? All right, 1921 Rattler, PCS slabbed and certified, ladies and gentlemen, at a 62. A lot of these people buy them and get them regraded. I do have a reserve on this one. I just forgot to put it on there. But the reserve on this one would be I Can't Drive 55. So we're starting the bid off on this one at 55. Morgan Silver Dollar, a staple that everyone should own. Jeff coming in at 57 with the George, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff in the lead at 57, looking for 58. Sean Martin coming in at 60, ladies and gentlemen. Sean in the lead at 60, looking for 61. Do we hear 61? Going once. You don't see Rattlers going cheap ever, so you guys are getting a pretty good shot at this. Going twice. It's once, it's twice, it's 3 times for the Nesties. What's up, Darren Wilkinson? Sean Martin. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is going to be sold. Oh, Lone Star Fox coming in at 61 with the expert timing. Going once. Holy cow. That was the last absolute second. Going twice. We're going to do a giveaway after lot number 9. Sean Martin coming in with 62 like Mr. LeFew. Going once. Going twice. Last call. Sean Martin at 62. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Sean Martin for 62, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Thank you, Lone Star. Thank you, Sean. All right, lot number 9, and then we'll do a giveaway. This one is gorgeous. 1923 MS64 Peace Dollar in the OGH Old Green Holder from PCGS, ladies and gentlemen. You can't go wrong with one of those. I do have a reserve at 75 on that. I think that is more than fair. A Raven sitting on a skull. I wanted to 3D print for you as a headphone stand. That'd be cool, Metal Dragon Braveheart. Peace dollar make you holla. But yeah, so for those of you in Texas, like Gary Lofgren and a few others, guys, Wayne Lynn coming in at 75. Jeff coming back at 77. Looking for 78 to make it great. Do we hear 78? Going once. Wayne Lynn and Jeff battling it out. Who's going to win? Jeff in the lead at 77. Going twice, my friends. Jeff in the lead at 77. Looking for 78. We got 99 likes. I got 99 likes and a problem ain't one. Hit me. Going once at 78. Right, it says, I got 99 problems and a like ain't one. Hit me. All right, guys. We got to 100 likes. You know what we're going to do? We're going to add a 1935 50 centavos to the Industream Extreme giveaway, plus a War nickel, ladies and gentlemen. Nice one in decent condition. Going twice. Wayne Lynn in the lead at 78. Looking for 79. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Wayne Lynn for 78. I'm in Florida. Couldn't even buy it now at Florida Goldback. Good thing I already have a bunch. I'll get more in stock, brother. I will. I will get more in stock. All right. It is time to do a giveaway. We're going to give away a 40% silver Ike. Right here. 76S. You can see the edge there is silver. 40%er. We'll give that bad boy away. So good luck, everybody. Turn on Nightbot. And I'll be back in just a minute. Good luck. All right. Dice games are still going. Yeah, you know what? I figured that was going to happen. Thank you, brother. Let me turn off those other games. You guys never let me get away with stuff. You keep me honest, and I appreciate you. I tease a lot, and I think you guys know when I'm teasing, but I hope people don't get so offended too easily, you know? Life's too short to be mad. All right, time to pick the winner. Booyah. Scorpio, ladies and gentlemen. Scorpio is the winner chicken dinner. So Scorpio with the win. Matter of fact, I'm going to find his envelope and put this in there with his stuff. I thought Scorpio had something tonight. Did I mess up and... Nope. Oh, huh. Scorpio normally has something. All right, let me put his name in an envelope as the big winner. What's up, Del Marvelous Diggin'? Ricky the Scotty, how you doing, brother? All right, so Scorpio with the win. Good to see Ricky the Scotty. Ricky, I see your Ikes are still sitting here. I'll have Miss Raven get on that here for you. But Ricky the Scotty won back-to-back giveaways with the Ultra Breaks. He bought 2 weeks in a row and he won, or 2 months in a row and won back-to-back. What's up, B. Roos? All right, next one coming up, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Brent Straddle? This is a gorgeous 1954 United States proof set. And look at the cameo going on that quarter and that Franklin half there. Very cool. And we do have a reserve on this one at 130. So good luck. Keep the bidding clean like Mr. Greg Bean. 108 likes. You guys are amazing. We're going to do another giveaway after lot number 18 and then the Industream Extreme giveaway. Eric says, I thought the name sounded familiar. All right. Reserve on the 54 is at 130. Going once. I think somebody had asked me about getting a 54 set is why I brought this one. Going twice. But hey, what do you do? If it doesn't sell, it'll go to Texas with me. Last call for Mr. Al Key. Ho, ho, ho. And with the quarter and the Franklin having cameo, that was actually a pretty good deal. But it looks like it's a no sale. All right, we'll put that aside. Just the 2 coins alone, the quarter and the half would have gotten you taken care of on that one. Next item up, we have the 3 War Nickel set. Somebody had asked if I could get some nicer condition raw War Nickels, so I did. And that's the dangers of doing what you guys ask for. 43, 44, 45 Philly War Nickels. They're all in great condition. Oh, Espacialo 1, that's an inside joke. That's something that's said on almost all the streams. Sam, I hope you're okay, brother. Starting bid on the group is $1. Guys, Brian Jensen coming in with the George at 15. Lone Star Fox at 16, ladies and gentlemen. Lone Star in the lead. Adam Crawford at 17. Sergeant T at 19. Brian Jensen trying to get in there. Fishing with those shiny lures, the fish don't always bite. That's true. Richard Sappington at 20. Brian Jensen at 22. Sean Martin trying to get in there, but Brian in the lead at 22. Looking for 23 like he's Johnny T. Is me going once. Brian Jensen in the lead at 22. Looking for 23. Going twice. Brian Jensen in the lead at 22. Looking for 23. It's once, it's twice, it's 3 times for Larry. Brian Jensen in the lead at 22. All in. Sean Martin coming back on the attack with the Snope, says Create Craft. Sean Martin in the lead at 23. Brian Jensen is out. Going once. Going twice. Especialo wants a win, so they can say everybody rigged it for them. We got a great group of people here, guys and gals. All in. Fair warning. This bad set is sold to Sean Martin for 23, ladies and gentlemen. Best community on YouTube. Heck yeah. It was cool to see Miss Coin Crew in here. Hadn't seen her in a while. You know, I feel bad. I wish I could get over to other people's streams more often. But with the kiddos and everything going on and the dogs and life in general, plus doing all the coin shows I do, I don't get a lot of extra free time to go hang out on streams like I used to. I got to get this box put back together here. Let me get this in order. All right. Excuses. I feel you. Next item up. 2023 Cougaran MS69 NGC slabbed and certified. Can't go wrong. And on this one, we had a reserve before. Oh, Shadrach. Peppa's doing great. The bump is all gone. Really stoked with that. Starting bid, we're going to say at just below silver, $32. Just to make it fun. What's up, Silver C345? Silver 345. How you doing? Scorpio coming in at 32. Like Mr. LeFew. Sergeant T at 33. Roy Boy coming in at 42. Silver Surfer dropping the bomb on us at 50, ladies and gentlemen. Getting in there before Del Marvelous digging. Silver Surfer in the lead at 50. Looking for 51. Going once. Silver Surfer in the lead at 50. Robert Pintoff is out. Going twice. And we will have Del Marvelous digging coming in at 52. What you gonna do? Fox trying to get in there at 51. You have 0 extra time. I couldn't believe you actually checked out one of my vids. That was awesome of you. I try as much as I can, brother. Silver Surfer alive and can't drive. 55. Del Marvelous digging coming back at 60. Ladies and gentlemen, Del Marvelous coming back at 60. And J-Dog, the bump actually went away on its own. We had an appointment for her to go to the vet. And it literally disappeared, which is really cool. Going twice. Saved us quite a bit of money. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Del Marvelous digging. In the lead. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Del Marvelous digging for $60. And you know what, Gary Lofgren, it could have been something like that, you know, where Stacker chomped on it and it swole up pretty bad, you know. Tomorrow night, Nick's Coins is a benefit for Joe Durbin. What happened to Joe Durbin? This was Del Marvelous digging. He's getting a pacemaker. Ah. I haven't seen him in a long, long time. Hopefully he does okay. So, matter of fact, I haven't seen Nick in, God, at least a year or two. Next item up, ladies and gentlemen. Carson City, 1884. But if you guys are able to, tomorrow night at 7 Eastern, Nick's Coins is doing a benefit for Joe Durbin, guys. All right, 1884 Carson City, MS64 GSA Horde. I have this one way below what they call CPG. The reserve on it's at 385. I got a good deal, so I am giving a good deal. Oh, it's on Saturday. No worries. All right, but we're starting the bid on this at 385. Guys, Shadrach coming in at 385. Gary S. trying to get in there. Looking for 390. Shadrach in the lead at 385. Nick's Coins is on Saturdays. Hey, Resin Dragon, good to see you. Gary S. coming in at 390, ladies and gentlemen. Shadrach answering back. Roy Boy, we got triple back-to-backs going on. We're at 400 with Gary S. in the nest coming in at 405. The Aqua Engineer was here for just a second. Gary S. at 405, looking for 410. Roy Boy at 410, ladies and gentlemen. Roy Boy at 410, looking for 415, going once. Roy Boy in the lead. Gary Lofgren says, we have a real war going on here. Going twice. Roy Boy in the lead at 410, looking for 415. It's once, it's twice. Gary S. in the nest with the George at 415, ladies and gentlemen. Gary S. in the lead at 415, going once, looking for 420. Nice piece, says Silver C345. Thank you, my friend. What's up, Doug Wagner? Good to see you, brother. Please, everyone, benefit auction for Joe Durbin to help him cover medical bills and general expenses. So, yeah, if you guys can get over there on Saturday. Del Marvelous, if I was in town, but I'm going to be down in Texas. If I get back early enough and I find him live, I'll try to jump in there, but I don't know what time I'll get home Saturday evening. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Gary S. in the lead at 415, looking for 420. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to Gary S. for 420. So 7 Eastern, that's, what time is that here? That's 6 o'clock here. And that's 4 o'clock on the West Coast. I will be on 17th also. 37 items on the 17th. Oh, maybe I'll be able to make it on the 17th. No, wait. That's when you guys have it. Yeah, 415 was Gary S1 at 415. Yep, 415, guys. I got you. I said that I was looking for 420. If I make an error in the math, guys, I'm just caught up in other stuff at the same time. You'll keep me honest. I know that. And you know what? I've done that twice tonight, so let's do this. Let me throw in a couple things to make the end of stream just a little bit funner. How about that? 3 bad boys going into the group for the end of stream extreme giveaway. But definitely take care of Nick's Coins. And when you do, let them know RavenHawk Coins said to go check that out. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to make the auction because I'm going to be on the road coming back from Texas for the show. I normally don't get home until about 8 or 9 on those coin show nights. All right, we got 42, 3, and 4 S War nickels up for grabs. These are AUBU. You can see they got nice cartwheeling and everything on them. And it's a 3 coin set, all San Francisco. Guys, Robert Pintoff starting us off at 20, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Pintoff in the lead. Silver Spurs 420. I'm going to be at the Cowtown show in White Settlement. Going once to Robert. Metal Dragon Braveheart coming alive with the George at 25. Metal Dragon Braveheart in the lead at 25. Lone Star is out. This is a different group, Sergeant T. Another triple group. Sean Martin coming in at 26. Looking for 27. Going once. Heck yeah, the hit squad. Honesty, transparency, integrity, and transparency is important. Robert Pintoff is out. Going twice. Remember, everybody, I got the loyalty points in line. Metal Dragon Braveheart in the lead at 30. Brian Jensen was in there, but Braveheart in the lead at 30. Looking for 31. Going once. And we will have a small auction on Sunday because you guys voted on it. And then on after that small auction, which is only going to be a few items, not a lot of stuff, we will do the first loyalty program giveaway night. And we have some pretty cool ideas set up. I was talking to Sergeant T earlier today. I mean, not Sergeant Stacker. Last call from Mr. Alki Hall. Sorry about that, Sergeant T. And looks like Metal Dragon in the lead at 30. 6 p.m. is the starting time. Metal Dragon Braveheart all in. Fair warning. These bad nickels are sold to Metal Dragon Braveheart for 30. 6 p.m. Central, guys. So same time as if it's a Thursday night. Matter of fact, the guy that did the artwork on the new banner, he put that we're on Thursdays and Sundays for that. Let's see here. This was Metal Dragon. If one of the mods could put Nick's coins link in the chat for a little while to help, that'd be cool. All right, lot number 15 coming up next. We had an awesome conversation, Sergeant T. All right, 1963, Proof 65, older PCGS holder. I'm actually amazed that didn't get a little bit of cameo love, but that is an older holder. They had stricter rules back then. Starting bid is $1. Let me see. Okay. Guys, we got Steve LaPointe. Thanks for your help. Tribe Love. There you go, John Jacobs. Yeah, I'm sure one of the... Hey, Breeze for me. I'm sure one of the mods will get in there and drop some love for Nick's coins. Going once to LaPointe at 14. Holy cow. She's a very special person to take it all on herself. All items, $5 shipping, so donations are welcome. There you go. Going twice. Rockzilla coming in at 15 with the George. Silver Surfer at 20, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Create Craft, for putting that in there. Silver Surfer in the lead. Del Marvelous digging at 22 with the Deuce. Steve LaPointe at 23 like he's Johnny T. Looking for 24 out the door. Going once. Rockzilla coming in at 25. Just had a 45p nickel ender. Nice, Fleabag. Rockzilla in the lead. Silver Surfer trying to get in there. Package received, says Breeze for me. You're welcome, my sister. I appreciate you. You've been around a long time. Long time. Going once. Silver Surfer at 26 in the mix, ladies and gentlemen. Going once. Going twice. Wayne Lynn coming in with the Snope at 27. Going once. Wayne Lynn in the lead at 27. Looking for 28. Going twice. Oh, going once. Got your package and love the coins, says Del Marvelous Diggin'. Thank you, brother. I'm glad you're happy. All right, Silver Surfer in the lead at 28, looking for 29. Steve LaPointe coming in at 30, my friends. Going once to Steve L.A. Point. Yeah. Going once to Del Marvelous Diggin' at 32. I was noticed on Top Chat and you were reading the bids in a different order. Yeah, so when you have your screen puts your name always first, so there's times that people get, you know, why is my name first on my screen, but you're telling me it's not. And so yeah, that causes problems from time to time. Guys, Invisible River Ranch with $1 super chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you. 36 in the mix, or golly, $32 is where Del Marvelous Digging is. Lone Star Fox coming in at 33 like he's Johnny T, going once. Del Marvelous answering back at 34, going once. Del Marvelous in the lead, going once. We got a war going on. Silver Surfer got in there just before LaPointe. Silver Surfer in the lead, going twice. Del Marvelous is oot. James Warner says we got a battle going on. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho, ho. So all of you, please remember, Sunday night, if you have points from being a loyal part of the nest, from being in the auctions and the buy it nows, let me know, or come Sunday night for the small auction and the first ever loyalty program giveaway. LaPointe in the lead at 36, going once, going twice. James Warner thinks my fingers are going to fall off. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Hall. All in. Fair warning. This Sunday, Eric, this bad bag coin is going to be sold to Steve LaPointe for 36. All right. What a battle, guys. Holy cow. Oh, and when I did the spreadsheet, there's a little bit of rounding issues and where stuff kind of got mixed up where Buy It Now was mixed in with the auction numbers. So at the end, I gave everybody an extra couple points to help out with that. All right. Is this all in the wrong order? All right. So we're on lot number 16. Remember, we're going to do a giveaway after 18. $19.59 MS64 full bell lines. NGC slabbed and certified. Oops. Starting bid. We're going to start the bid off on this one at $25 just to kind of speed it along, because I got to get on the road before too long, guys. But we're going to start the bid off at 25 full bell lines. Gary Lofgren coming in at 27. LaPointe at 30. Surfer trying to get in there. LaPointe in the lead, though. Lone Star Fox at 32. Mustang Dave staying alive at 35. Looking for 36. Mustang Dave in the lead. Going once. Mustang Dave in the lead. Silver Surfer coming back. LaPointe in the lead at 37, looking for 38. Do we hear 38? Going once. Steve LaPointe in the lead at 37, looking for 38. Lone Star Fox coming in at 38. Now we're looking for 39. Going once. What's up, buddy? Lone Star Fox in the lead, going twice. Lone Star Fox in the lead. It's once, it's twice, it's 3 times for Larry. Lone Star in the lead at 38. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to Lone Star Fox for 38. All right. Congratulations. To Lone Star Fox. That was a good buy. That's for sure. A lot of good buys happening tonight. You guys are doing pretty well. All right, this next one up is a gorgeous 2 coins. So what they did back in the day is you got your mint set. She's going to do a marathon, 60 plus items. I sent 37, so it may be an all-nighter. Well, if I get back in time, Del Marvelous, I'll check it out. All right. Here we go. 1957 United States mint sets. These are uncirculated 57 Philly and Denver. Very, very cool. Oh, look, you can see my camera and stuff in the reflection there. That's a nice set. These go for pretty stupid money, but I have mine at 70. I think that's more than fair. Guys, Shinbone coming in at 70, ladies and gentlemen. Gary S. in the nest trying to get in there, but Shinbone just a little quicker on the draw. Jeff at 75. Rockzilla Star Fox trying to get in there, but Jeff in the lead now at 75, looking for 76 in the mix. Shinbone coming in with the George at 80. Shinbone in the lead at 80 bucks, looking for 81. The case isn't scratched up like most Capital Plastic sets. Yeah, they took really good care of this one. That's for sure. And Invisible River Ranch coming in at 81. Looking for 82. Going once. And Shinbone coming in at 83 like he's Johnny T. Going once to Gary S. at 84. Robert Pintoff coming in at 88. Double eights to Robert Pintoff. Shinbone coming back on the attack with another George. Going once at 90 to Shinbone, ladies and gentlemen. Shinbone in the lead at 90, looking for 91. Going twice. Shinbone in the lead at $90, looking for 91. It's once, it's twice, it's 3 times for the Nesties. Shinbone in the lead at 90. All in. Fair warning. This bad set is sold to Shinbone, 5,000 for 90 bucks. But yeah, if you guys go into the thing there and it says Raven Coins Nest Points up at the top, you can click on that link and you can see the points that you have built up. Thank you everybody for your bids on that one. That was awesome. And I'll tell you what, guys. I'll give you one more chance at this set right here. I'm pretty much, I'll make about $5 if I do it this way, but it's okay. I'll drop this to 120 on a buy it now for the first person. So if somebody wants the 54 set at 120, they can have it for 120. And that's the best I can do on that. All right, next item up, lot number 18. Then we're going to do a giveaway. Del Marvelous Digging, he says buy it now. Sold to Del Marvelous Digging for 120. Thank you, Del Marvelous. I appreciate you. That made it a good deal for sure. Definitely a great buy. That is a 1954 set, Create Craft. The only one that wasn't sold on the night. All right. 1880. Oh, wait. Hold on. It's after this item. After lot 18. 1883 Carson City MS64 PCGS slabbed and certified, ladies and gentlemen. Up for grabs. It's a stunner. It's a beauty. Same thing as the last Carson City. I have it at $385 for the reserve. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. Digging out on Forest Porch for the win, says Steve LaPointe. Shadrack 777 coming in at $385 with the George. And staying alive. Shadrack at $385, looking for $390. Del Marvelous digging at $390, looking for $395. CC Morgan, PCGS Slab, Slabmaster J approved for sure, says J-Dog. Del Marvelous in the lead at $390, looking for $395, going once. Del Marvelous in the lead at $390, looking for $395, going twice. Del Marvelous in the lead at $390, looking for $395. It's once, it's twice, it's three times for Larry Roy Boy coming in at $395, and the George going once. Roy Boy in the lead at $395, looking for $400, going twice. Del Marvelous digging, says he's got 4 bills, and the Snope going once. Del Marvelous digging in the lead at $400, looking for $405. Roy Boy answering right back at $405. Going once, my friends. Roy Boy in the lead at $405, looking for $410. Del Marvelous is out. Going twice. James Warner's taking a look. 4 C notes, ladies and gentlemen, says Doug Wagner. Last call for Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Roy Boy in the lead at $405 and staying alive. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Roy Boy for $405. What a bidding war going on. Thank you, Del Marvelous. Thank you, Roy Boy. Thank you, Shadrack. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, time to do a giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time to do the second giveaway. We're going to give away another beautiful Del Marvelous digging. I was offered $2,000 for that hammer, and I didn't take it. 1971, 40% silver Ike. And I'm going to throw in a 10th ounce of silver. And we're going to throw in a gorgeous 43D dime, ladies. Time. War nickel. Gee whiz, my brain is all over the place tonight, let me tell you. But we're going to give those 3 items away right now. Let me turn on the night bot. Let it win wherever you go. Live chat. And I will be back in just a couple minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We only have 2 more items left to go. And then it'll be the end of the stream. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time to pick the winner. El Pollo Loco dinner in 3, 2, 1. Sergeant T, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant T with the win. Sergeant T. Congrats, brother. All right, we're going to close that. We're going to get into the last couple items. Here we go. Lot number 19, my friends. We have an Annex soapbox holder, 1885 Morgan MS62. It's got some bullseye toning starting on the front and the back. Who knows what'll happen over the years, but that's going to be some cool bullseye down the road. In the old Annex soapbox holder. And I have the value at 75. On this one, I'm going to do the starting bid at 50 bucks. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. What's up, Scott H? Guys, Del Marvelous digging coming in with the George at 75. Actually dropping the bomb on us. At 75, looking for 76, going once. Del Marvelous in the lead at 75, going twice. Del Marvelous coming in strong, last call. Del Marvelous in the lead at 75. Will it hold? All in. Fair warning. We got 125 likes. You know what that means? We're going to add to the end of stream. How about this? How about a 10th ounce of silver, a 1918 3-pence, and a beautiful 1944 Merc dime. Going to the box. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold. To Del Marvelous digging for 75, ladies and gentlemen. Del Marvelous with the win. Okay, we're on to the last item of the night. And it is some currency. Right here. Lot number 20. And it is 4 star notes, ladies and gentlemen. 4 star notes. And an uncut part of a sheet from 2003. Pretty cool. And I do have a reserve at 85. I think that is pretty darn fair. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. Thank you, Silver Wishes. Appreciate it. Thank you, Del Marvelous digging. I wonder what a cashier would think if you gave them an uncut sheet. That'd be funny, huh? All right. So we do have the 4 uncut reserve at 85. Invisible River Ranch coming in at 85. Jeff at 86. Werner trying to get in there at 86. Del Marvelous, no, the serial number is off by 100. So you got the first one 869, then it's 969, and then it's 069 or 90. 069 and then 169. Jeff coming in at 86. Jeff in the lead. Looking for 87. It does play tricks on you. That is for sure. Going once. Oh, it's all good, brother. Going twice. It's always good to ask questions and clarify. There should nobody should be at a point of not being able to answer questions for you, you know? Last call from Mr. Alcohol. Jeff at 86. In the mix. All in. Invisible coming back. Del Marvelous at 88, ladies and gentlemen. Going once. Del Marvelous in the lead. So the reason, yeah, they need to be side by side to be consecutive. These are cut out of a sheet of 32. Invisible River Ranch at 89 and doing fine. Looking for 90, ladies and gentlemen. Going once. Invisible River Ranch in the lead. Jeff trying to get in there, but Invisible a little quicker on the draw. Going twice. Looking for 90 bucks. Jeff at 90, ladies and gentlemen. Going once. Jeff at 90. Looking for 91. Do we hear 91? Going twice. Jeff in the lead. Once, twice, 3 times for the Nesties. Jeff in the lead at 90. Guys, make sure you get over to Nick Coin Saturday night. Hopefully I can get there. Depends on what time I get home. But give her some love. Help out Joe Durbin. This bad set is sold to Jeff for 90. And then remember, Sunday night is going to be the loyalty program giveaway night. Small auction and then loyalty program giveaway. The small auction is because you guys voted for it. So we will do a small auction. And I'm thinking about auctioning stuff out of that box, guys, that you guys asked about, that I showed on the Sunday night chill. And in a couple days, I have a pretty crazy announcement. But I'm going to wait until it's all finalized to share that with you guys. All right. First of all, I want to say thank you to Create Craft for all his help. All the mods. Mud Swat, J-Dog, Joe Musby, Doug Wagner, Steve LaPointe, Silver Street, Create Craft, Peter Bowes, Mustang Dave, CM Silver, Frank Mons, Johnny T, Daryl USA, Mustang Dave, Invisible River Ranch, Brother Doug Wagner. I know I'm missing somebody. Steve LaPointe, Resin Dragon Studios. Thank you, everybody, so much. Much love and respect to each and every one of you. Oh, wait. Now we're supposed to do the in-stream giveaway. I almost turned it off without giving stuff away, guys. Holy crap, that would suck. All right, let's see here. Here we go. We have in this box a shilling, a 50-cent silver from Canada, 10th ounce silver, 44 from Philippines, 1 ounce of copper, a 50 centavos, a 2023 Cook Island 1 ounce, 18.99 6 pence, another 10th ounce, 1918 3 pence, 1926 6 pence, 2 Civil War nickels, and a BU Merc dime, ladies and gentlemen. BU Merc dime. And matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to do it one more addition to the giveaway here. And that's going to be a 1970 uncirculated set that has the not intended for circulation 40% silver Kennedy half. Civil War. Huh, nickels, that's funny. But wait, there's more. All right, so here we go. Oops. Give somebody seizures. We turn this on. Put this on live chat. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. should look at it. All right, guys. My name is Doug. Pick me, says Doug Wagner. Brother Doug. Brother Dougland. Dougland McDougovich. Let's see. I can't find my my post-it notes here. They always seem to walk away. All right, let's see who the winner is in 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Emil G2, ladies and gentlemen. Emil G2. There you go, buddy. Congratulations. Your name's on the box with the tiny little sticker. I don't know if Emil's ever won an Industream, but that's pretty cool. There's Emil's name. And wow, guys, 133 likes. That is surprisingly the lowest amount of likes on a live stream for this channel in probably 4 or 5 years. But I appreciate all of you guys getting here. You guys are awesome and amazing. Like always, please make sure to take care of one another. And we'll see you real soon. RavenHawk Coins. Have a great day.